everything. I appreciate that, and anything we can do for you all. Thank you, Patrick, for putting this all together, and Teresa Swerdlow, and thanks for being here.
Perfect. Thanks, Jim. Make sure that you follow Traci on her YouTube channel and on her Instagram. You can check out her website as well. I sent all those links to you. If you're not getting my emails, you got the ones from Jim, you can probably find your junk or your spam folder. It's patrick@lemontreeagency.com. And I sent you all the links to Traci's pages as well so that you can follow her YouTube channel, follow her Instagram, and share your work later as well and tag her so that we can see what you did.
Hi.
I'm back. We have everyone on there. I only can see about 3 people. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Traci.
Grace.
We have Ginger. Hi, Ginger.
Hi.
Maya. Hi.
Hello.
And who else?
Yeah,
Is
Ginger.
Patty here?
Lindsay,
Yes.
Maya,
Kinsey.
Traci, Cheryl,
I can't see Patty.
Mary, Barbara, and Traci.
If you're on your phone, you'll have to swipe right to see the rest of the people.
Oh, I'm on my computer. My phone is on
I can see you,
my table
Traci.
here. Oh, I see. Hi, Patty.
Hi.
And Cheryl. I see Cheryl now.
Hi. I'm going to hit mute again
I
so that you
wonder
don't
how
hear my...
many. Oh, you probably have to. Huh.
And as
When you talk, you guys pop up, but I'm only seeing the first 3, so I don't know who all's here.
Yep. So when we do get started, unless you have a question, go ahead and click the mute on your. That way we don't have to mute everyone. And that way, when Traci's talking, we'll only hear her, and it'll. Traci, and you may mute or unmute as you go for your artwork. So if you want it to just be on your artwork, mute your computer. And if you want it to just be on your face, then you may have to mute your phone.
Sorry, where's the mute button?
Actually, you'll be fine. Just leave it, because if we're seeing your artwork, because I'm not seeing your face pop up all the time, Traci. We're seeing just your artwork.
Okay, and can you see everything good right here? Let me see.
It's upside down, but it's still good.
It's okay, hang on. I'm going to turn that. See, on my side, it looked right. So, hang on. Do a pepperoni, maybe. And as we okay, right now.
Yeah, I see something.
It'll work.
Hard to see because I'm trying to look on the screen too to see. Oh, it's still upside down, huh?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
guess I have to work. Why is it upside down? Let me see. Huh. How's that? Still upside down.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll work upside down. How's that? Woohoo! All right, now can you see can you see that pretty good?
Yeah, it's right side up now.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to be working upside down, so
Okay.
bear with me.
Don't you
Testing
always?
your skills, Traci. Testing your skills.
Topsy-turvy, you know. Okay, so before we go, so does everyone have their supplies? You're going to need, you know, whatever you have around. I'm using some watercolor paper, whatever kind of sturdy paper you have. You don't want it just to be binder paper. It might not, it would be cool if we were just drawing, but since we're adding a little bit of watercolor to it, I'm using these Inktense, which super fun. If you don't have them, then you can use watercolors, but these are a really cool thing to try if you guys ever want to try them. They're awesome. They're like blocks. And you can see they come in pencils too, but I really like the blocks, and they are used just like watercolor, but they are water soluble, so they you can layer, unlike watercolor. So they're really, really fun. And with those, you use a little water brush, and this you just fill it up with water, but you can use a paintbrush too and some water if you don't have one of these, but they're really fun. It's so funny watching myself on screen because there's a little delay. So, but so you can see how it just, use it just like a watercolor. It's just beautiful, beautiful stuff. Anyway, so I'll be using some of that, but like I said, you can just use watercolor, use what you have. And then a ruler, a pencil, and either a paper towel, or if you have one of these little nubs, these are little, oh wait, where am I? These little nubs here, they're little shadowing nubs. And once you do your picture, you can do tons of things with it. Like here's what we're going for today. Where am I? There you are. Can you guys see everything okay?
Yes, we have
Okay.
to turn off our mute every time we talk.
You can thumbs up. I can see your if you thumbs up, cool. And then if you want to go smaller, where am I? Smaller, just use a smaller ruler, or cut a piece of paper that's smaller than a ruler or something. So this is tinier than this one, if you see the difference. And I use them for a lot of different things. I'm getting ready to launch my online courses, and one of them that is going to be launched, I am doing a project that will be using that, if you can see it, and some little tags from clothes, because I'm a shopaholic, so I have tons of clothes, so why not use the tags from it? That's right. Shoe freak, all that. So that'll be launched soon. And then if you have like a plastic, anything plastic, it doesn't have to be plastic, but I like using plastic because then to do a circle, I can see through it. I can see where I'm landing it. So it gets
What
the
about a
circle,
wine glass?
Pardon?
What about a wine glass with wine in it?
With wine, that will be a tiny one. Yeah, with wine. Well, you wouldn't want to spill your wine. You could use the bottom part. Whiskey glass, that for me. So, okay, so let's just get started here with your pencil and your ruler. And can everybody see that okay? A thumbs up? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go in here, and I am on both sides of the ruler. I'm just going to lay down a light line. I'm going to go kind of light. Go kind of darker so you guys can for sure see, but you can go kind of light for this part. So I'm in here, and on this side of the ruler, and on this side of the ruler. Did we freeze up? I froze up. Okay, you guys back? Okay, good. All right. All right, now, going the opposite way. Well, actually, I'm starting to, you're going to put a line here and go underneath that and do another one. Like you're setting up a tic-tac-toe. Patrick, are you doing this?
I am following along, but I'm actually having to work at the same time, so I don't actually get to do the craft.
Are we doing it in the middle?
Okay, and then now let's so you can do it wherever you want. It won't matter because the face will line up where we start. So wherever your lines are, it's not going to make much of a difference. But so you have two lines. So it kind of looks like a tic-tac-toe right now. On that bottom line you just did, put your ruler back to that and do one more line underneath there. Hang on, I gotta shut this window, it's getting cold. Okay, so now you have 3 lines down and 2 lines going across. Yeah, yeah? All right, okay. So now, oh, I'm going upside down, aren't I? So, ooh, I don't know if I can. So on your top line, in the center of your line, put what is going to be a pupil. So put a pupil. However big you want your eyes to be. I'm sorry, not a pupil, the iris, the color of the eye. And wherever you do there, skip the middle. Eyes are an eye apart. So you're gonna skip the middle and you're gonna go over here and put another circle. We got that? Okay, now down on this nose line, in the very center, in that next box down, right on the line, put a circle in the very center. Can everyone see this okay? No, you need it darker? Can you see that better? So we have a circle here and a circle here. So it starts looking alien. You're doing it right. Okay, now on that circle, on both sides, so the eye, the corner of the eye and the corner of the nose match up. You don't want to go any further out. So on each side of that circle, put a parenthesis that comes down to your line. So you have parentheses on both sides of your circle that are in that center. Yeah, yeah? Okay. Now on this bottom line down here, the bottom line, you're going to put 2 circles on that line, 2 circles, and they're kind of joining in the middle. So you want them kind of be centered in the middle. 2 circles on that bottom line. Okay, and on top of that circle, on top of the 2 circles, you're going to put another circle right here. Okay, so now we've basically mapped out the whole face, where we're going. So now we're going to go back up to the 2 eyes. No matter where you're looking, pupils always will be in the center of the eye. Even if you're looking up, the pupils will still be in the center of your iris. So I'm just going to put a pupil in the center here on both sides. Okay, and now I'm, depending on how you want your, how you want their expressions to be, I usually, the eyes, I do a little more sultry. If you're looking up, the eyelids would be up higher. If you're looking down, the eyelids would be lower. I usually tend to do a little bit more sultry kind of look. So I am going, starting right about here, I'm going to go through the eye and I touch the,
Your audio just cut out.
pupil a little bit and come out the other side. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm up here in a tower, you know, up above everybody. So like Rapunzel. So every once in a while gets rough
So
up
can
here.
you repeat about that last
still
line?
Hear me okay? Oh, on here?
Yes.
On the eye? Okay, so I like to go a little more sultry. So I'm going to go the corner through the eye, touch the pupil a little bit and come out the other side. And whatever I do on that side, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I can see I'm just a little bit away from here. So I'm going to go right here, go through the eye, touch the pupil, and come out the other side. Trying to make it about the same as I did on the other side. Y'all with me so far? Okay, so now on this side of the eye, I'm just going to do a little line, straight line down, just a little straight line down. And now I'm going to circle around, but I'm not going to connect. Circle around, but I'm not. Okay, now from the top lid, I'm going to come down and make my little teardrop. Come down and connect that like a teardrop. Is that hard for everyone looking at it upside down? Okay. Okay, so now you see where, like if you feel your eye, don't touch your face though, but if you feel your eye, there, you can feel the eyelid right there, and your eyeball right in there. So where we've left that, the eyeball sticking up there, we know that's where the lid line goes. So just follow that around, and that's your eyelid. Same on the other side, follow that around, and that's your eyelid. We got it? Okay, now eyebrows. A lot of people have trouble with doing noses because they try to draw the whole entire nose. You don't have to do that. So we're gonna do eyebrows and then bring in the nose line down from that. So with an eyebrow, I'm gonna do a check mark and then fill it in. And then on the other side, a check mark and then fill it in.
Traci, I think you just muted yourself on accident somehow.
I got what?
Oh, there we go. Now you're back. You were on
Am
mute.
I back?
Yeah, you're on mute for some reason, but you're back.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Oh, there I am. Okay, yeah, now I can see me. Okie dokie. So the nose stays in the center here. So from this eyebrow, I'm going to come out and down. You see how I came out a little bit in that center square because I want, can you guys see that? I came out and down a little bit. Am I muted again?
Nope, you're good.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, and then on this side, I'm just going to come out, and you see this, whatever little space you left here, just come out about there and stop. Don't go all the way down on the other side. Okay, now the nose. We'll come down to the nose now. Now the nose, you're going to take like a little candy cane and come down on this side, and a little candy cane and come down on this side. Sort of like two little sideways candy canes coming down. Those are the nostrils we're doing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And from that, I'm going to go down and just do a little diamond, which is this little thingy. And every time I need to say it, I can never think of the word. Your little thingy right there. Okay, so now we know from that where the lips are going to go. So from right here, I'm just going to follow this lip line. I'm going to go up and down. Now the eyes, your eye usually should not go further then the center of your eyes. So I know not to go any further than this center. I usually keep it shorter because I like them more perky, but I'm going to come up and around, and I'm just going to go down out about this far. And then underneath, I'm going to follow this circle underneath and just come down and meet my corner. Come down and meet my corner. We got that? Okay, now I'm going to come down here, and I like to leave like a little upside down U here, and then meet. I do not match up the edges. I like to tuck the bottom lip inside the top lip. So I don't go all the way out to the edge. I kind of tuck it in right here and come out. And you can make a little line like this. Everyone got that? Makes sense? Okay, so now that is the basic setup for the face. And any lines that you don't, I'll erase a couple of these just so you won't be confused of my lines. And I'm going to erase the eyeball in the eyelid part. But I'm going to leave all the other lines. I kind of like leaving my lines. I like to see where I've been. Feel free to get rid of any of the lines that you don't really want right now. Some line
Tracy, your audio is cutting in and out right now.
where she.
I think you may be too close to your phone.
All right.
Tracy, I believe we lost your audio. Can anybody else hear Tracy?
No, I can hear you, but not Tracy.
No,
Okay.
we can't hear her.
All right. Hang on. No, give me one sec. It looks like one of her phones disconnected, so we're going to have her log back on.
My face doesn't look very happy.
Does anybody want to share their face?
Here.
I love it. Yay! I did mine with some watercolor already down.
Oh, wow. That's cool. And super light.
Can you see me again?
Yay! I see your cleavage.
Oh my gosh. Craziness. Craziness. Okay, I don't know if the computer is going to come back on. So oh, there it goes. Like I said, living in the tower like Rapunzel, you never know what's going to happen.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Phone keeps working and we're seeing the art, then that'll work just fine. We don't need both feeds. But I do know that it helps you to have the computer up so you can see everybody else. So we're patient.
Absolutely.
So I can see, yeah, well, no, so I can see where I'm at because my phone's downwards. So I
Yeah.
don't know where. Okay, put it back on me so I can see, adjust my phone because I'm looking upside down on my phone.
Okay, there's your picture. We can see your picture now.
Yep. So we'll have to make sure that everybody else stays muted because if you're drawing and
All I see is you.
yeah, if we can see your or if we can hear your pencils or erasing or everything else, then it'll go to your camera instead of to Traci. So if you're not talking, make sure that if you have the ability, click that mute button. I'm going to do that to me right now.
Okay. There I am. Okay. All right, now, is it on? You guys can see me okay, or? Oh. Okay. All right. So where were we? So now I'm going to take this little shader deal, or if you have a paper towel, you can use that too. Side. You see it? Can you guys hear me?
It was cutting in and out, but I think it's as you get closer to your phone and you're talking louder, it cuts out.
Okay, so go farther back. Can you hear me now? Okay, so I am shading on the, and I usually shade to the right. Maybe because I'm left-handed, I don't know, but I usually shade to the right. So I am shading just the right side, and I'm going to go my eyeball here, underneath the nose, under the lip. Can you guys all see that? Oh, I see your face, Patty. Congratulations, Grandma.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just going to go through, and then underneath the nose, we want to push that nose down. So I'm going to shade underneath the nose. And then the top lip is always darker because it's going downward. So we're going to get it in. And I'm going to erase the circles in the bottom lip, maybe a little bit, lighten them on the top lip. So the top lip darker, and underneath the bottom lip would be darker. Everyone with me? Thumbs up, yeah? Okay, and then on the opposite side, a little bit lighter shading over the eyelid and just a little bit right on the corner there. Okay, now with my pencil, I am going to go in and leave a little white spot, but go in and get the pupils darker. Leave a little white spot on this side and fill it in. See if I can. I'll work upside down. You guys, is that better? Does that help?
That helps a lot. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so now we have the lips, the bottom lip's lighter, the top lip a little bit darker. Underneath the nose, we've shadowed. And then the eyes above the eyelids. And you can make like where the crease of the eyelids, make them a little bit darker. And then I'll go in with my eraser and I'm just gonna lighten up a little bit the crease here, the eyelid part. We all good? And then you can Put little hash marks for your eyebrows. Hopefully they won't look too weird since they're upside down. So by putting those lines there, the rules, so the nose and the corner of the eye match up, and the mouth is usually will not go any further than the center. The only time this doesn't apply, and I have such a hard time looking at her, bless her heart, is Julia Roberts. She is messed up. She's messed up. Her mouth goes way out further than her eyes. So don't look at her for these rules. But if you do a face and you find something's wrong, go back to those rules. The corner of the nose to the corner of the eye, and the mouth no farther out than the center of the eye. And you should be able to figure out what doesn't work. Okay, so now that we have that there, now we're going to go in. If you want to do a circle, go in with whatever you have. They also buy stencils that have circles. I don't know what this one is. This one's from the craft store, www.thecraftstore. I've had it for years. I don't know if that's a real thing anymore, but you could probably find it anywhere, or draw your own. Like when you cut one out, then like I'll save and I'll just use that again. Anything that's a circle though, and that you can see where you're placing it. So if you have a round thing here, I can see through it, so I can tell if I want more of a forehead, more of a bottom. I'm gonna put it about here and just do a circle around. And my tape went on, but I'll move that. And then you have your little moonbeam girl. Okay, so now I'll take this water brush, and I'm going, usually using graphite, I will spray it with fixative. I'm not going to this time because I'm just going to let it bleed a little bit. But if you don't want your graphite to move, then you spray it with a fixative. And it says it right on the, let's see if I have it here.
I read something last night that said hairspray works. Do you agree?
Hairspray works, except for if you are a professional artist, well, a artist who is selling your work. I do not advise hairspray. It turns yellow. So if you spray yellow and then somebody just bought it for $400 and then a year later they call you and go, why the hell is my painting yellow? You'll know. I don't advise doing that. If you're just doing your in your sketchbook or whatever, yeah, it's probably cheaper. But I
Traci, looks like we lost your audio again.
My moon has very chubby cheeks. No pun intended.
Okay, just making sure with everybody else. Nobody else can hear Traci either. It's not just me. Okay, all right,
Correct.
I've texted her. We're trying to fix it.
I can show you all the bowl that I made yesterday. Isn't that cool? Very colorful.
hello. Oh my God. Well, next time I
Yay.
know that I'm going to have to go to another, go downstairs or something to Monkey Cat or something, because I don't know why I keep getting cut out. But okay, let's try this one more time. I don't know where we were, but
I'm gonna run some cat cable from Monkey Cat up to your apartment.
We drew the big circle. That's where we were.
Uh-oh. Looks like you cut out again. You're frozen, Tracy.
Can you
Monkey.
hear me?
No.
Oh.
What?
Can you see me?
Yes, we
How
can.
about now?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. All right, lesson learned here, huh? Bear with me, guys. God. Okay, so these two, this one here is non-toxic. You can spray it in your house, you know, or whatever. If you're too lazy to go outside and you spray this one like I do, you'll take a trip and never leave the farm. So this one works better, but this one's non-toxic. So anyway, I'm not going to use either. And let's see what happens. And hopefully I'm still there. Am I still with you? Or do I have to take all my stuff and run downstairs?
We're hearing you. It was cutting in and out a little bit, but right now I think we could hear you. So we'll try to keep going.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, you can?
You're
Okay, cool. All right, so let's take this Inktense Blocks. I'll set them over here. And my water brush. And if you have this Inktense, I'm going to use like the skin tone here. Did I freeze up again? Are you there?
We can hear you.
Can you hear me now? It must be a busy time. Can you see me, hear me? Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm taking this like a skin tony color, and I'm just gonna go in where my shadows are and fill in. Just a light color. If you're using watercolors, some kind of light color. This says the network bandwidth is low.
We can still hear you though. We can still see you, so you're good.
Can you hear me on this one? It must be a busy time. I think, I don't know what. All right, so hopefully you can see that. And can you see that I'm adding in just a little bit around where we shadowed? I'm going in with a color. And you can take your paper towel, and if it feels too heavy, you can just wipe off your brush and go back in. And then with the eyes, and I start with the lightest color on the eyes, like let's do a green. I'll get a bright green. I'm gonna go in there, put the green in. Am I still with you? You guys still see me? Okay, cool. All right, green, and then I'll go in. I'm gonna let that dry for a second, and I'll go in, let's do a little bit of the pink. I'll go in with the top lip and bottom lip with a light pink, just a light wash of it. And then I'll add a little purple to the top lip to make it slightly darker. And whatever color you'd like. If you like red or purple or whatever color. And then I'm going to take a little bit of orange. I'm just going to add a little bit of orange highlights here, just because I like to go into weird colors. Why make sense? And I'll take that orange. I'm just going to go a little orange in the corner of the eyes too. Oh, look, I went outside the eye on this. This should be in the eye, not outside. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so then in the eye, I'll go a little bit darker green, but I'll stay up at the top. The darker green up at the top part, leaving the lightest of the green at the bottom part. You guys see that okay? Cool, okay. And maybe a little bit, I'm gonna go a little darker on the lip. Maybe a little more pink. I just keep layering. So this is the beauty of this stuff. Since it is an Inktense, you can layer it where watercolors isn't as easy to layer on, and you can keep layering. It won't go bad on you. Okay, so and then I'll take, let's take a little bit of that pink, and I'm going to do just some shadowing out here, some little cheek shadow. And the shaded side will be a little bit darker. And the lighter side will be a little bit lighter. Everything still good? Or do we freeze up again? Still good? Okay. I'm just going to add a little of that purple. Since I went purple on the lips, I'm just going to add a little bit of that purple to darken this up a little bit on this side, on the darkest side. Let's see, why not do purple eyebrows? Who doesn't love purple eyebrows? I'm just going to put a wash of that purple on the eyebrows. And then maybe a little bit, just a little bit underneath the nose. So the only thing about Inktense that I'm not crazy about is the white. It doesn't get white enough. So I'll just take a little bit of white. And I'm just going to grab some white right here and get a little paintbrush. I don't use my water brush for white. Just take a little white and I'll go on that eye here and around the bottom of the eye a little bit. And like that. And I'm just, can you see the white? Any kind of white you have will work. A little bit of white on the lip. And then on the nose to pop your nose up a little bit. How's everyone doing?
So
We still good, Patrick? You can still hear everything okay?
My girl looks like she
Oh.
ate mustard.
Maya, are you trying to ask a question? Okay.
So your picture was a lot bigger on my screen and now it's smaller. And I don't know if that's something I did or I can't seem to correct it. Is anybody else having that trouble?
There's two little buttons on the top there for you. One should say speaker view, and the other should go back and forth towards gallery view.
It said it was in gallery. Now I can see you on a big screen, but I can't see her painting on a big.
And that'll be okay, because as soon as I mute and she starts talking, then you should see her on the big screen again.
Okay.
Can you see me? I see somebody on my screens.
Yeah,
I see
but
Ginger
it's
on
not.
my
It's
screen.
not as big as it was when. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. The gentleman was on. Now, whenever it goes to her painting, it's a lot smaller than when somebody's talking. I don't know why that is. Nobody is experiencing that.
Let me see if I can pin that. Let me give that a try.
It looks big on my
Oh,
screen.
that's it. There. Oh,
Does that work?
it was for a second, and then it.
It was for a second. Mine just went small again too. There it is.
Oh,
Good. Let me see if I can get in. Is that better? I just got closer. You guys see that? Or did I freeze up? Am I froze up?
Nope, it's moving now. Put your hands out in front of your painting or your art. It's moving. You're good.
Is that better? Technology. Technology.
the picture went small
Okay.
again.
Is that closer now? It looks small on my end.
Looks small out here too.
Can you guys still hear me though? Okay, cool. All right. Well, let's see what we can do here. Hopefully you can see it enough. So I'm going to take a little bit of that white, put it on the lid line too. To pop the lids out a little more. Well, this will be a learning curve, huh? Since this is the first time we've all done this on Zoom. It's like, okay, I'll be the guinea pig. I'll do it. Okay, can you see that? And then I'll go back in with my water brush and add a little bit of yellow to the bottom of the eyes to intensify it even more. Hopefully you can see that. And I'll add the black into the pupils to intensify that and around the eye. With my Inktense. And around the bottom of the eye. Can you see how it's making the eye pop? Once you get some of that in there. And then I'll use, like, if I was using regular paint, I would use Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray is I usually use that instead of black. It's like a dark, 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 dark blue. It's a beautiful color, and it's just a little more intense than just throwing black in there. But since I'm using Inktense, I'm going to just use a really dark, dark blue, and I'm going to go inside the top of the eye because I want to sink the eyeball in. And hopefully you guys can see that enough where it sinks the eyeball in. So the eye looks like it's inside the eye socket. Let's see. One more little. Hopefully you can see that. And then underneath the lip, the bottom lip, I'll do the same thing. I'll take that same color and I'll really sink that in there. That'll make that bottom lip. Can you still see me, hear me? I think I lost you guys again.
No, we can hear you.
You can hear
Mine's,
me? All right. So just the other side.
Yeah, my previous color is not dry enough yet, so my colors are bleeding together.
That's okay. It could be pretty if you're using those colors. If you're using the blues and the greens, if they mix, that's cool. And the purple and the pinks, if they mix, that'll look pretty too. And are you using a watercolor paper?
Yes.
You are.
I'm using watercolor paper.
Sometimes with the watercolor,
I don't have.
With the water, it should.
It'll be fine. It just looks like I ate an Oreo, which I wish I had.
Oh, and it could be that your graphite's mixing with it too. That's why I was talking about the graphite. I kind of like that look. I don't like it to be super neat. I like that messy, foggy look. But if you like it more neat, then yeah, you probably spray it, and then that graphite won't mix in with your paint as much. Hold it up. Let's see if I can see it. Oh, it looks pretty. It looks good, I think. Okay, so when we have all that, then I'll just take, and I'm a finger painter. I really like, so I'll just take a little bit of white on my finger. And I just go around and dab in a little white here and there, white on the chin, a little white underneath the eye, a little white on the forehead. You can use a paintbrush if you want, but sometimes, you know, your finger can do what paintbrushes can't. I'll put a little highlight there, and then in this little deal here on the lightest side, I'll put white around the lips, make the lips pop a little. And a little sparkle. So can you guys see what I did? I just did a little line in here, line right through the pupil, right through the iris, and out the side a little bit, and then just a little bit right at the bottom here. And then wherever you on your face that you know the bones are, like the cheekbone, the eyebrow bone, I'll add a little white to that. Eyebrow bone here, cheekbone about right here, wherever your cheekbone is, I add a little white. My chin. And then if you want, like, I feel like maybe with that flesh cone again, I'll go underneath the eye just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit on this side. I like to work pretty fast. I do work pretty fast, go around. I don't like to stay in the same spot. I like to move around, and I hardly ever, if I'm regular painting, I hardly ever wash my brush. I usually just use all the colors and let it keep going. There's that though. And then you just let it dry for a little bit, and you can cut it out and apply it to anything you want. You can put it into a painting and add hair to it, mix media to it. You can put it on a black board, like I put this on a black board. And I just used matte gel and put it on the back. Let's see, which way do I go to make that centered? Can you see that? I put it on a blackboard. You can add it into projects, leave it as is. You can see with the eyes here. You can see the dots I put in the eyes and the whites I put through it. And you can take your pencil, if you like the little lip lines, I just go back in and add my lip lines to it. And the other little trick, if you want, you can take a pen or even your pencil. If you want somewhat be saying something maybe, if you just do, let me get a pen so you can really see it. Let's use this one. Get a pen or just put a little dot right in the middle there. I'm going upside down, so hopefully it's not too. And I'll just open her up a little bit there. And she'll look like she's saying something. Like, oh my God, can you believe what's going on in the world? Got that. And then the last thing I do is eyelashes. Eyelashes are never straight up and down. Don't do it straight up. Follow your lash line. You're going to follow, or your lid line. Follow your lid line and go out. Go out. And you're working from underneath the eye. And as you go around, you're just going to keep following the lid line. And as you go to the top, it'll get shorter because they're more straight on. Can you guys see that okay? So you're going to follow the lid line and go out. And you're going to work from underneath the lid. And as you go to the center, go smaller because it's straight out. And the bottom, let's see, the bottom would be this way. I crisscross the bottom a little bit, you know, they crisscross and get all crazy. Like so. How are we doing on time, Jim? I know we only have like 40 minutes or something, right?
We are just coming up on 1 hour, so we're at 1:29 right now.
And since I'm a sketcher, I like to go back in. I'll just sketch out some lines. I don't try to get real, you know, real exact about it.
Tracy, I think we had you freeze. Okay, guys, I think we lost Tracy again. We're going to try to reconnect one more time just to wrap up here. If you want to go ahead and let me see here, unmute all.
Are we all able to put our pictures up?
Yes, please. Great job, guys.
What was that?
My phone rang when it rings on my computer and it tells everything.
See my Oreo crumbs?
If you don't have a camera and your camera's not on, please don't hesitate to take a cell phone.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Hi. Don't feel
Ready to put your pictures up.
Yeah, take a picture of your sketch and make sure you share it on our social media. Tag the ACPC on Facebook and Instagram and Master Arts on Twitter.
Let me see them all.
Yeah, let's see all the
Let me
photos.
see 'em.
The camera.
If you don't have a camera, that's okay. Just take a picture with your phone later and share it on social media.
How'd you guys
Okay.
do?
Mine looks like
Oh, Maya, so good.
me eating all day long
Oh,
right
you're
now.
awesome. Oh, look at her. She's a sly one. Very
That's
good. Where's
Mackenzie.
Daddy? Are you
Mine's
Jessica, I like
I
yours.
like his.
there? Come on, Patrick. Let me see.
Oh, I got distracted. I had a piece of watercolor paper that was already drawn by my son, so I just kind of put it on top of it.
Okay, that's good though. I love it.
Guys, give yourself a round of applause. You all did amazing.
This was really fun. Thank you.
Very fun.
Next time I'll go into a better spot that maybe won't cut out as bad. Terrible.
Thanks,
Terrible,
Tracy.
terrible.
This was awesome.
Is Patty? I don't
Thank
know
you.
if Patty's here, so. Is Patty still here?
Oh, yep, mine's right here.
Oh, look at those. Oh, look at those lips. Whose lips are those? I love those lips. Oh, of course they're yours. Yay.
Mine's
Let me see your
scary.
Patty.
Jessica, great job.
Mine is scary.
No, I like those lips. I like them. Very fun. Is there anyone else there that I can't see? Ginger wasn't.
You can't see me.
Ginger there?
Yeah, I'm
Oh
here.
yeah, we saw Ginger's. Oh, there you. Oh, there you are. Oh, you did.
Two.
Wow, you did 2 at a time.
Well, because I didn't like the first one. So.
Well, look at the first one going, what do you mean I'm not good enough? Those are awesome, you guys. So next time I know we got to go someplace that I have to set up downstairs, I guess, because I think it was my connection kept messing up. So
That's okay.
It's like you can trial and error and learn as you go.
that's exactly
Thank
right.
you for
Yeah.
doing this.
So before
Yeah. Hopefully we'll do it again. We'll do it
before
again
everybody
soon.
goes, let me go ahead and mute everybody here for a second. Please make sure that I know, Tracy, I just muted you too. Make sure that you go onto YouTube and follow Tracy's YouTube channel, Traci Owens. Make sure that you're checking out her website and you're following on Facebook and social media, Instagram.
Okay.
Please
Also,
check in all the other classes that we're going to have set up. We're going to be announcing more later. And thank you so much for tuning in for this. This was amazing.
Thank you.
I'll be can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I will. I'm getting ready to launch my online courses too on Patreon. So I'll put that out there if anyone wants to support me on there. There's going to be different tiers, and one of the tiers starts at $5 a month. So, and it'll be stuff like this. So it'll be $5 a month, and then it'll be a I think it's going to be $20 a month, which will get a little more, and then $60 a month, which will be a little more than $100. That'll be my fan base big one that you'll also be able to win some of my paintings too on that one.
Yay.
So stay tuned.
Okay.
And thank you, Patrick, for hanging with us.
Yes,
and,
thank you, Patrick.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Everybody.
go eat some
you.
Oreos now.
We'll get better as we go.
Yep. Don't forget
Thank you.
on social media. You want to see all of them later. Okay. Thank you guys.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
See you later. Bye, Mom.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Tracy.